Since our singing voices didn't make it to Nashville,
We figured we would use our voices in a completely different way.
we're two friends hanging out, sharing about our businesses
Our journeys to motherhood, things we love, and making time to do life.
together. This is
Two chicks and a glass.
Hey y'all. I'm Angela Robertson, and I am one half of Two Chicks and a Glass.
And I am LaShonda Hollins, and I am the other half of Two Chicks and a Glass.
Awesome. Well, y'all, today we are going to be talking about Thanksgiving. All the things Thanksgiving, because we've got so much to be thankful for. Thanksgiving is going to actually be tomorrow. So, what better way to treat this episode as our Thanksgiving episode?
Yay, and I'm so excited. I love this time of year, so I'm so excited to be talking about Thanksgiving.
Yay! All right. Well, first, hold up, y'all. Your girl has a glass. So now we are officially Two Chicks and a Glass.
Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see these two glasses. So now we're official. We're official.
It's official, and I'm so excited. So, LaShonda, as you take your sip, that tiny bitty sip, I'm going to take a big sip while you tell us what's in your glass.
Absolutely. So today I am having a Cabernet Sauvignon from Mendocino County, California. And my best friend bought this for me from Scout and Cellar.
I did. Yay.
Yes, you did. So it is called Field House, and it's Cabernet Sauvignon out of Mendocino, California. And it is really good. So it's my first time actually trying this wine. I'm so glad you bought it for me because I really, really like it. What I taste when I taste this wine are like your red fruits. So I taste like cherries and raspberries. It also can have like a earthy flavor to it. I really, really like it. It is a dry red. It's bold. The color on it is very, very deep. So it's a deep red. And it's not too acidic. Kind of a medium acidic wine, a little more tannins, but I do like it a lot, and I enjoy it. I don't know a lot about Scout and Cellar, so I do know that they kind of promote being a very clean wine, correct, Angie? You may know a little bit more about it because you thought of me and sent this. I think you sent this to me when we closed on our house.
I did. It was y'all's housewarming gift. Yes.
So it's not quite a year old. That means you sent it to me in like February when we had our housewarming. And I'm just now having it. I'm so glad I saved it so that I can share my first taste of it with you.
Yay. Oh, what a great, okay, this is like the best episode to do this in too. Like I feel so like special. Yay. But yes, that wine actually, it is a cleaner wine. And I had, later towards the last part of last year, I had discovered that one of my friends actually sells it. And hers, it's called like Very Clean Wine, so we'll make sure that we link that below. But it's so much cleaner. It's the clean wine. They have a filtering process that they go through, which means that the alcohol content is so much higher. So one little glass, like you're gonna feel like maybe you had a couple of glasses. So it's very clean, and it's really good wine. So I'm so glad you're trying it.
You can actually see it a little bit here.
Yeah.
Field House.
Yes,
And
I love that one.
it's 14% alcohol by the volume, just so you know. If you're
And it's probably gonna feel like 20.
And FYI, I think that Mendocino County is maybe in Santa Rosa, California. And with this, I'm actually having, Emmanuel went to Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. And so I have like a caramel cluster here, kind of like a turtle. So I'm having that with it, and it's really good. So
that sounds good. So if we see you over there chomping,
that's what I'm doing.
we know she's got the chocolate. Okay, so let me tell you all about the one that I'm having.
Yay!
Okay, so I really don't know very much about this one, but I'm going to share everything about it that I read on the label. So this is actually, it's called Imagery, and it's a Cabernet Sauvignon. And it looks like it is from Sonoma. So it's a Sonoma Estate wine. It does say every bottle represents a delicious twist on tradition. So we're going to say that that's perfect for Thanksgiving because we're talking about tradition tonight. It's got dark berry and mocha, and it's blended with, is that Sarah? To add spice and yeah, Syrah, got it. To add spice and complexity. So I actually really do like it. It goes down well. It doesn't taste that dry to me. It tastes, I don't know, let's see. I'm going to use this term because I don't even know if it fits, but it tastes fruit forward. No, it really does taste really good. To me, it smells a little more like smoke, and I'm guessing I can smell the chocolate in it, so it's really good. I actually like it. I'm a big cab drinker. I know Shonda and I both are. So you're going to see in my glass a lot of different cabs. Since, before I was pregnant, I've always, I was a big wine drinker. And now that I was pregnant, Nick actually started drinking a lot of wine. So as my push gift, he gifted me with a lot of different bottles of wine. And I know that he and Shonda and Emmanuel had all these conversations about wine. So I'll be sharing a lot of the things that, they had discussed and things that he's bought, over the past 9 months. So I'll be sharing a lot of those wines with you. So that's what I have tonight. And I also do want to share, because I'm going to put my lippy in. It'll be super short. The lippy that I'm wearing tonight is salted caramel. This is perfect. Like, it blends in with Thanksgiving. It blends in with our lips and our sips, because it's going to stay on your lips for 4 to 6 hours. And salted caramel, it's like a pretty little caramel color. So Shonda's got chocolate over there. So we're going to say I've got some caramel on my lips. So the links to all of the wine, as well as this beautiful lip color, it's going to be linked below if you're watching our YouTube.
Perfect. And I still have to send you one of my favorite wines that I was supposed to add to your push gift collection. So I'll have to remember to do that, and then you can try it on here.
Sounds great. Let me add this. I mean, since we're talking about push gifts and y'all know that I was having a baby. So the one thing I do want to share just as an extra tip is to all of my breastfeeding mamas, know that it is safe. You definitely talk to your doctor, but it is safe to have a glass of wine. And to wait at least 2 hours between your feeding sessions. Right now, my baby, we wait at least 3 hours. So it actually works out perfect. So to all of you out there who, are having a baby and you're wondering, hey, can I nurse her and then have wine? Abso-freaking-lutely. So that's one of the things that I asked my pediatrician this week, and I'm so pumped.
So she'll have her one glass with me, and I'm excited.
Yes.
Awesome. So let's get into the good stuff. I mean, wine is great, but let's get into the other good stuff. So let's start with talking about Thanksgiving. So I would love to know what Thanksgiving was like for you growing up, actually.
Girl, okay. Thanksgiving growing up, and y'all have to, this mom brain is already kicking in, so I'm trying to make sure that I remember my childhood. But for us growing up, I feel like like we always would go to my mom's side of the family. So my mom has a large amount of sisters. She's got one brother, and I want to say it's six sisters. So like they have a huge, we have a huge family. My dad's side of the family is super huge too. So the way that our traditions would work is we would spend Thanksgiving with my mom's side. Christmas would always be with my dad's side. So, as a little girl growing up, we would always, first of all, we watched the Macy's Day Parade. I still do that now. I have to watch the Macy's Day Parade. It's not Thanksgiving if you're not watching the dang parade. So, we would throw on some parading, and we would either go to one of my mom's sister's houses or it may be at her house. So they kind of rotated where we would have it. And then like all my cousins, all of our family, we would go and everybody would bring like a dish or so, like, you know, all of the adults at that point. And I just remember being able to see all my cousins and literally playing all day long. So it was a lot of fun. That's basically what we did. So what about you, LaShonda?
Very, very similar. Thanksgiving for us was a really, really big deal. And especially growing up, when my mom was here, she was kind of like the ringleader of like, what are we doing? And so
Mm-hmm.
each year we would kind of rotate through my aunt's houses. And kind of like you, we always went to my mom's side of the family. And so we would go, if it was at our house, like my mom would cook like all of these big things. Everybody loves my mom's cornbread. Well, loved my mom's cornbread and
Mm-hmm.
her greens. And I mean, my mom was just a good cook.
Yeah.
A little biased, but she was just a good cook. And everybody just kind of loved her food. And so if it was at our house, she always did it big. If it was at one of my aunt's house, it was always a big deal. A little different from you, though. We didn't watch the Macy's Day Parade.
Mm-hmm.
We watched football.
Yeah.
Whatever football game was on Thanksgiving, and I honestly think it's the same team every year. And of course, my mind is drawing a blank right now, so I can't remember what team that is. But we always watched the football game. We always sat around and ate, and it was always just a lot of fun with my cousins, just kind of laughing and playing and hanging out. And it was always a good time, and I kind of miss that a little bit now because it's not. I feel like my mom was kind of like the glue that held all of that together. And so now there's not a lot of rotation, like from one aunt's house to the next aunt's house, or there's no big conversation about whose house are we going to be at this year? What are we doing this year? But I mean, I will always like cherish those memories because it's just a big part of our childhood. And so I love this time of year because of how my childhood was around this time.
I love that. You just lit up talking about that. Like, it just, I mean, there's something, it really does. And I think that whenever you have all those good memories, you know, as a child, it impacts us now, like how we feel about the holidays. So it's almost like, I guess that kind of leads into our traditions now because that's going to impact, you know, us right now, what we're able to do. And then, like, for us, you know, Little London. So I guess maybe you want to start off. What traditions do you have now with your family?
So and sometimes we go back to Mississippi, but I don't think we've done that in the last few years. Um,
Mhm.
and so I have started like cooking my own Thanksgiving dinner, and I love, I love to like bake and like cook and get in there and do those things. Don't always have time or don't always feel like it, but when I do, it like brings peace or something. And I also like to cut on music. Like that was one thing that my mom used to do, is like cut on music and then just like cook. And so I
Yeah.
took a piece of that from her. And so I cut on music and I get in the kitchen and cook, and I cook. It's two of us. It's me and Mayo, and I still
You
cook.
throw down.
Girl, I still cook like it's. Mayo's like, how many days are we gonna eat this?
Till Christmas, man.
Exactly. I actually cook a Thanksgiving meal. I've already got my list planned out for this year. I put in my curbside order for HEB. That's a grocery store that we have here in Texas. So I'll be picking up my curbside order, and I cook. And Minnie Mayo, we actually do watch some of the Macy's Day Parade. That's part of our tradition now. And we just kind of hang out and enjoy each other and eat. And I was telling Mayo, one of the things that I would like to start, I don't know how it's going to work out,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe he can like cook Thanksgiving breakfast. And he was like, do we need breakfast if you're going to be cooking all of that food?
I mean, of course.
Yeah, we're talking about other kind of traditions that we want to like start including. And I think we have a really good one now because we really just kind of enjoy eating, enjoy company, enjoy laughing. And then we call and talk to family and tell everybody happy Thanksgiving as well. But I would like for maybe him to like cook a piece of bacon or something.
I think I'll be like the Emmanuel then. I'll cook the bacon.
Bacon or something, so we're not starving by the time it's done.
That sounds awesome. I mean, y'all actually do kind of what we do. Like it's what I feel. We have gone to Mississippi like a few times because my family's still there. I feel like last year we did go to Mississippi. And if we go to Mississippi, Nick always does cook a chicken spaghetti that is fire. It is the bomb, y'all. So he always cooks a chicken spaghetti and he'll take that to wherever we're going. But we have spent a Thanksgiving here before as well. And going forward, I think for the most part, we're probably going to do a little bit of both. But whenever we are here, it does feel good. Like actually I've cooked Thanksgiving before. Where like we cook together. I can't even lie and say I did the whole thing. Like I will not even do that. Yeah. But Nick and we cooked. I know. When was that? Where were you? What planet were we on? If y'all don't know, my husband is the cooker in our home. I barely cook. I can bake and I can cook some things, but I'm not really the big cooker here. But for Thanksgiving, I have at times I've made like a homemade cornbread. I've done that before. I've done chicken and dumplings before. So I've done some of that. And y'all, just a FYI, Shonda has this dressing recipe that she just sent Nick because we're kind of working on getting our Thanksgiving, menu together. We haven't picked our curbside order yet, but I'm going to tell you something funny, Shonda. Nick goes, he told me today, he was like, okay, so when do we need to get the turkey? And I was like, well, I mean, we can get it the day before, right? He's like, are they going to be out of turkey? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we should get it 2 days before. Who knows? So we should be getting our turkey pretty soon. This year, we're actually going to do a fried turkey. My sister and yes, girl.
For the first time this year. We already have the turkey.
Oh, y'all are on it. So I'll tell Nick we need to go get the turkey tomorrow. So we're going to do a fried turkey. My sister and my nephew are supposed to be coming this year. So it'll be, them and us. Not really a lot of people with, all of the icky weather, but the icky weather and icky pandemic, all of that combined. So I guess we still watch the Macy's Day Parade because that's going to be on. It was funny. I've never heard it cut on music. We cut on music too. I like to play music all the time. Like if we're here, then there's something in the background jamming. It just puts you in the spirit. And most of the time I like to go ahead and put on Christmas music too.
Yes. like that time. It's kind of that midpoint, and it's like, okay, we're on the day now. I can play Temptations or something. Like I can play.
Yes. So we'll have music going. We always dress up, so we have to have our Thanksgiving outfit. So we were actually looking online today trying to figure out what we're going to dress as this year. Like Nick and I normally kind of dress up, but now that we have the baby, he was like, do we want to dress her up? Do we want to dress down? So like we do all of that.
Yeah, dress her up.
I could just see her as like a little turkey. So she will probably not like that by the time she's 10.
No, she's not. She's gonna be over it. But for now, go ahead and dress her up.
Yeah, so we're gonna dress her up kind of cute. And that's really I want to say about it. Oh, making pies. So Nick used to make oh no, pecan pies. So he's, really good at making pies. So we're either making pecan pies or we're gonna make potato pies. So we're gonna do one of those. And that's kind of a tradition. My mom used to make pies all the time. So this year, that's one of the things that I personally want to learn how to do is to make a pie. I've never made a pie. So I'll take on that. But Nick has made pecan pies. So those are kind of some of our traditions. I feel like I can just keep talking forever.
I've made pecan pies before. And I really like making pecan pies, but I'm going a little bit non-traditional or non-traditional this year with my pie because we really, really like my blueberry pie. And so I'm going to make a blueberry pie and I'm going to keep it traditional because I've made this for, I think, the last 3 years is a pound cake. And I don't know if you've ever made a pound cake, but it takes a labor of love. Like when I first started making pound cakes, they would always taste like egg or they just wouldn't come out right. They were not good. And it was because I was rushing through it. Like it literally says, drop 1 egg at a time, blend for 1 minute, drop the other one, blend for 1 minute. So 6 eggs, 6 minutes, basically. So
yeah,
I was dropping all those eggs in there.
I'm telling you.
And it literally makes a difference. So for the last 3 years, I've made the perfect pound cake. And it's because I've taken my time and I've not rushed through it. And I've actually followed all of the steps like down to the T. So I'm going to make a cream cheese pound cake and a blueberry pie. And we're going to have bluebell vanilla ice cream for just those are our desserts.
That sounds good. Almost like this is one of those moments where I say this all the time. I wish we lived around the corner from each other because like that sounds so awesome. Maybe in the future we'll be able to do like a take a tradition again of our own where maybe we rotate to friends' houses or something.
I think so. And that's been another tradition that I've created now that you mentioned that is I really like to do like Friendsgivings or because it's in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like an ugly Christmas sweater party or something like that. Of course, this year, not a lot of that is happening, but that's also been something that many male like to do is kind of host those type of parties with our friends and actually have like a friends Thanksgiving where we all get together and just enjoy each other's company. I would love for us to like you said in the future kind of rotate coming to each other for Thanksgiving. That would be awesome. Maybe that could be a new tradition.
Yeah, for sure. I almost want, girl, you got me like on our episode ready to do some Zooms and stuff. I'm like, we're gonna be doing Zooms on Thanksgiving. We can have an ugly sweater, ugly sweater Zoom this year.
No, I think we should do that.
So, everybody can, I think, and that's the fun thing about now, because that's one of the things that we said this year, and talking to my mom and talking to like Nick's parents, we are going to do Zooms, because we want people to see, our baby and, it's good to see family and see their faces. So we'll be doing like a lot of Zoom, or FaceTime calls on Thanksgiving. So, anybody out there on the other side of this that, y'all are kind of limited and you're nervous about being around people, I hope that y'all maybe do some Zooms or FaceTimes too.
Yeah, do some Zooms and FaceTimes with your family. It's definitely worth it. Like you and I started doing this, one to just kind of be together and start seeing each other. And so these Zooms matter and they're important and we enjoy them just as much. So if you're out there trying to figure out what you're going to do for Thanksgiving, hop on a Zoom with your loved ones and it'll be different. It won't be like it was last year, but you'll remember this one for years and years to come. So definitely hop on Zoom.
Absolutely.
And now that since we've been talking about traditions, has Black Friday been a tradition for you at all? That's like a big deal after Thanksgiving. Like, has Black Friday been a big deal for you? Do you do it online? Do you go out? Like, what have you done in the past?
Okay, so for this one, it's so funny almost because back when like Nick and I, we used to live in Mississippi, you guys. So back when we were living in Mississippi, we were living in Brandon. I think that was the first year that we decided to do the Black Friday. And what that consisted of for us was we were going to Target, we went to the mall, we went like all out, like it was on Thanksgiving because, people started to open up like at 6 o'clock. Yeah. Which is a whole nother story to me because I feel like everybody needs time with their families. But again, it started to be fun. Yeah. So we would do that. And let me tell you, I kid you not, we were just doing it just because it was Black Friday. Because there were some times we went to Target and the line was so dang long. We said, forget this. So we literally went in, walked around, looked at stuff and left. So that's kind of what Black Friday was for us. At the mall, we would go after the rush hour. So it would be like 1 a.m. in the morning, because most people would go in and they would get the 12 o'clock. So we would go after the rush and kind of get the pick through items and look at like shoes and, things like that when the crowds weren't as big. So that was very fun for us. But for the most part, I'm a big online shopper. Like, I'm huge online. Tell me about you. What about you?
Girl, oh my gosh. Y'all sound almost like us. So Minnie Mayo, when we lived in Hattiesburg, that was kind of our thing. Like, that's where it started. We would always do Black Friday sales, and we were those, 4 a.m. people. Like, we were in that line while you and Nick were walking around. So we would go to Old Navy and Dillard's into the mall. Like, I'd already looked at like ads to see like what exactly do I want? Like, what do I want to go in here for and to get? And so we would go in and we would get the item, but the line would be the problem. And we always waited in the line. And I would also go to like the outlets. We would go to the outlet mall and things like that because they would always have good sales. And we would do that pretty much every year. And now, the older we get, we're definitely more of the online shopping kind of people now. I mean, it was so much fun when because it would just be me and him, and we would be able to get all of our Christmas gifts. So we weren't always shopping for just us. Like, I would know what I was going to get all of my nieces and nephews, and I would get that for them and be done all on Black Friday. But now I do a lot of online shopping. Like, I still look at the ads. I still kind of see what I want, what time it's going to go on sale. And I try to get in there and get it and get out. And it's so much easier. Not as fun as much fun as we had, because we would always like do the Black Friday sales, go eat something, and then go back and like pass out and go to sleep. So it was kind of like a bonding fun time for us. But now we are both like online. I'm like, is there anything you want? Is there anything you've been seeing that you need to get?
Yeah. I'll go fill up my cart with all the stuff and then
Exactly.
like start taking stuff out because I'm like, no, don't need that.
Exactly. That's that I am the worst cart shopper. I'm like, I'll have all this stuff in my cart, and then I'm like, ooh, my cart's like $500. And I was like, okay, I don't need that. I don't need
Nope.
that.
That may go on sale next week.
So yeah, and
Absolutely.
anyway, I'll stack my cart and then I'll start like second guessing myself. Like, do I really need all of this stuff?
Yeah, this is getting me excited. It makes me like so ready for Thanksgiving, like so pumped up,
Yes, yes,
like
yes.
for the holidays. I'm just like now I'm on cloud 10.
I'm so ready. And I looked like it's so crazy because it was this past weekend. I was talking to Emmanuel and he was like, so like, what are we gonna cook for Thanksgiving? Like, do you have your kind of menu together? And I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh, Thanksgiving's like next week. Like this was Sunday. I was like, so it's like next week. And that's why I was like, okay, I got to get on top of like, what am I going to be ordering? What am I going to be cooking? But I'm so excited. Life with this year just kind of starts happening. And so we have to like cherish these moments. And I think we're going to have a really good Thanksgiving.
I agree. And I was the same way. Like it was actually maybe it was Tuesday when I took baby girl to the doctor and they were talking about Thanksgiving and I was like, "Oh yeah, it is next week." It snuck up on us. Like it really did.
It really, really did. Like I was not expecting it to be like next week, but I'm so happy and excited that it is next week because I get to be home. Emmanuel gets to be home, and so it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, and if y'all are listening to this, it's actually tomorrow for you guys.
Yes, yes,
Or if you're listening afterwards, then it's probably past.
yes.
So,
But for purposes of this podcast, Thanksgiving is tomorrow.
yeah, it is. Cheers to that.
Here's to Thanksgiving tomorrow. Ding, little ting.
Yes. Okay, so now do we want to go into what we're thankful for?
Mhm.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Sure. Y'all, my list is like it could be so long, so I'm going to try to sum it up, make it so short. But I have to say the one of the most precious gifts that I definitely have that I have to say that I'm over the moon excited for is my little baby girl. Because y'all and I could almost bust out into tears right now. I've prayed for this for so many years. It'll be her first Thanksgiving. And every time I look at her sweet face, I'm just so excited. I'm literally I'm in a cloud in a bubble. I'm just in this feeling right now that I just want to bottle and sell to everybody because this feeling is the greatest feeling in the world. And I'm so thankful for that. So that's one of the very first things I'm thankful for is for her. I'm thankful for my husband because you guys, um, I went to the doctor the other day and we were talking about, how I'm feeling and if I'm going through postpartum. And LaShonda, I know we talked about that before I had the baby. And, right now I feel happy. And it's almost like, I don't even understand or I can't fathom at this specific moment what it feels like to go through postpartum because it's not that feeling for me. And one of the things that my doctor asked me, she said, "Well, is your husband helping?" And absolutely he is. So it's almost like I'm so internally and forever grateful for him for being here and being everything that I need at this moment for me and for her. Because, I worried about it and like I really could cry again, but he's not just a lovey-dovey. He's normally harder on me. Like he encourages me and motivates the hell out of me all the time. But to see him being so sensitive and just fulfilling every need that I could possibly have, is just, it's a whole nother level of thankfulness. So I am thankful for him. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you and Emmanuel, like your friendship. Um, I haven't, in the past years, I've needed somebody to talk to every single week. And I need it more now than ever before. And I'm just so grateful for you, and for this, for us to be able to do this together, because I think that God definitely he sends us messages and he smiles on us. And I think this is a big wink that we're able to experience this together, go through this at this specific time in our lives. So I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for family, for friends, for, just life. There's so much. I'm grateful for everybody who listens to this, because I definitely hope that, us sharing a little piece of ourselves every single week encourages you in some type of way. So I'm just over the moon thankful for everything: health, strength, family, friends, life. I'm thankful for it all. So what about you, LaShonda?
Well, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to follow that, which you're about to make me cry. Oh my goodness. Woo.
I know, my heart's full.
All right. So, I, first of all, like, I am just thankful for life. I am, this has been such a crazy, crazy year, such an unpredictable year. And so I am so blessed for life. I'm so blessed and so thankful for life, and so thankful for um, my husband, who continues to like encourage me and support me. And even when, there were times during this year that were hard, kind of like what you were saying about Nick, he motivates me, he encourages me, even on the times where it doesn't always feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you just want them to stop talking, but they don't. Like, I'm so grateful for those moments, because that means I have someone that will never give up on me, that will never stop trying to make me happy and to make me better and to see me improve. I am thankful for all of the new steps that that I've taken this year, just to be a better human being. It's a constant journey to continue to try to be the best version of yourself every single day, and so I'm thankful for all of that progress. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends that continue to support me. I'm thankful for you and Nick. I mean, y'all are our constants. Y'all are our constants. Y'all are when we need to laugh, when we need to vent, when we need to talk about anything that's personal or whatever the case may be. Y'all are that for us. And so I'm thankful for y'all. And just thankful for all of the moments. Like you said, this platform that we have couldn't have come at a perfect time. All of the people who are listening and the lives that we're touching, so thankful for them. And I'm thankful for everything else that's to come, because I know that there's greater coming and there's more coming. And I'm just thankful for all of that. So I'll just stop
Amen.
here.
Amen. Amen. Yes.
I'm stop there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited that we were able to do this. And this is our first official Thanksgiving episode.
It is. And hopefully there are many, many more to come. And I keep clapping. That's probably going to be loud in the microphone, but I'm just so excited. I do have to say there's one more thing that I'm thankful for, and I would be remiss to not be thankful and thank God for my dad and for sparing my dad. My dad had a major accident 18-wheeler accident earlier this year. And he came out of that accident where he had to be cut out of the 18-wheeler without a scratch. He came out without, a scratch, without a broken bone, without anything. And I'm thankful for his life, and I'm thankful that he is still here with us. And so I definitely couldn't end without being so thankful for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, because I saw that we saw the picture.
Yeah,
Like that's a blessing for sure.
it is. And it was um, a major, major blessing this year. So I'm happy to still have my daddy.
Yes, yes. All right, girlfriend. So I guess we are going to wrap up this episode. If y'all are listening and you are watching our YouTube, drop in the comments something that you are thankful for,
Yes.
because we would love to read those and see what you guys are thankful for. So, Shonda, now that we are wrapping up our Thanksgiving episode and getting ready to put our jingle bells on, what do you have coming up?
Oh my goodness. So if you're catching this Thanksgiving week, I've already had my conference. So that went really, really well. And I already had my speak to the author. So that went well also. The next thing that I have coming up is we are going to, me and one of our classmates, Brittany Turner, we're going to be having a yoga retreat in our hometown next year. Those tickets are going to go on sale December 31st. So stay on the lookout for tickets for our yoga retreat. If you're in Simpson County, we have something amazing planned for you. It's going to be an all-day retreat, and it is going to be freeing for your mind, for your body, for your spirit. Just for you to come back and relax and recharge. So that's what I have coming up. Tickets going on sale in December. What do you have coming up?
Awesome. Well, I'm excited about that retreat. I can't wait for it. Like it sounds, and I saw the venue. Y'all get your tickets when they drop. You want these. Like I live in Louisiana and I'm going to Mississippi for this retreat. So y'all get there. Um and also I do want to say her speak with the author event, the question, she did a Zoom, you guys. It was awesome. Whenever she does another one, I definitely encourage anybody that can to hop on there, and we'll hopefully, be able to share the links whenever she's got those coming up. But y'all missed a treat. Okay, so for me, I am still your holiday expert. I'm here for you. If you Yes, yes. So if you need any Christmas gifts, like holiday gifts, like gifts for teachers, stocking stuffers, I've got skincare, I've got makeup, I've got candles. I also now have hairline not hairline, hair care products. So I've got all of your shopping needs, anything that you could possibly need to go under the tree or maybe in your drawer. I've got it for you. So I do hope that you will shop with me this holiday season. You can do that at arobertson.com, or you can contact me directly. I am also going to be doing one-on-one consults. So in order to schedule one of those, they are complimentary. I do skincare and makeup consultations via Zoom, or we can FaceTime. And to schedule that, you will email me, Angie, ANGIE, at arobertson.com. So I am here to help with all of your needs.
Awesome, awesome. I think that that is all that we have for y'all today. So we really appreciate y'all listening in or watching our YouTube. Definitely hit subscribe, hit follow. We would love for you to be notified every time we post a new podcast. So definitely hit subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. We would love that. Angie, is there anything else before we go?
I think that's it. We are so thankful for you guys, y'all.
Thank you. And we are definitely hoping that you have a great Thanksgiving. Good night, y'all.
Bye.